Are you in here?
Breathtaking year, and we end
Or
it
was
at a
that?
track that's
Did that
been
happen
the scene of
automatically?
many glories and heartbreaks over its short history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Island circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and
Nice to see you, my
to
good
be
friend.
found in the laps
Thanks
ahead.
again for month number 2.
Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Now, can I talk to you about Sebastian Vettel? As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away.
Last race indeed.
Starting out of position today
Qualified 8th, which is a big surprise.
So it's going to be a difficult task
considering,
to move forward from
you know,
there.
how bad our cars got through the second half of the
season.
season.
The power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Hopefully we can at least finish with some points to the season.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position with Lucas Weber alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Alexander Albon and Verstappen, Chilks, Butler, Sainz
And move up to 7th, obviously due to a penalty.
Sebastian Vettel,
Hulkenberg starts in the points as well.
Raikkonen,
Vettel's got the penalty.
Lance Stroll and Kevin Magnussen. They've taken a grid penalty. Giovinazzi and Romain Grosjean sit
I bet
at the
Haas
back
are
of the grid.
pissed at that.
And now it's time to head down to the track.
All about practice. The more hours and time you put in, the more...
This is the final race of the season. Go out there and enjoy it.
That goes with any driving. The more you put into it, the more it gives back. But I have been playing racing games, and I say racing games, pretty much Formula 1 since 1997, 1998. So this didn't all just come naturally. I wish it did. It would have been a lot easier. Right, so as you know, you get projected time, and you get a personalized time. Usually the personalized is faster. It says 9 seconds faster. But I found with the personalized, really wear your tires out very quickly. And my strategy always ends up changing. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, you can pick up these G29s now. I mean, I picked mine up with the gear stick for £150. I mean, it was Black Friday. It's usually about 180 to 200 in the UK. I'm talking about with the gear stick. But I managed to get it for 150 with the stick. I believe on Amazon it's around, they're doing a deal for about 160 with the stick. I have to have a look. Pardon me. Well, no, the personalised and projected aren't much different, to be honest. It's one less lap, actually, on the mediums. Let's go have a little play with this. I want to do that one. It says if I do 16 laps, I'll get a little bit more time out of it. Or I kind of like the 15, 15, 25. Yes, Friend Patine, is that it? Yes, it's a G29. I am saving up for Fanatec gear, as you can see in the top corner of my stream. I do have some money put by, but it's expensive stuff, so it's going to take a little while to save up. Always have a look at a one-stop, which is just a big no-no. That's a big no-no, so I think this is pretty much a happy medium. soft to the medium. Let's have a look who's starting on mediums. I believe both Mercedes are starting on the mediums. Yes. No, Hamilton's on the soft. Bottas is starting on mediums. However, a big group of 4 here. Sainz, Nico, Gasly and Perez are all starting on mediums. That'll be interesting. Stroll is taking a little gamble at the back on mediums, and so is Grosjean. At that point, when you're 20th in a car like a Haas, you might as well just take gambles. It's worth whacking a medium on, just seeing where you go from there. Do you know I have not used the hard tyre once in this game? I mean in a race, obviously in practice and stuff, but I've not used it once in a race. It's always the medium and the softs. Okay, so P7, let's psych ourselves up. Just give me a minute or two while I arm stretches. 100% distance is an absolute killer, both physically and mentally. Five laps of this dreaded Abu Dhabi circuit. Hey, thanks for the follow, Hawk HT. Got the same on Xbox, nice. Thanks for the follow, SW900. Hey, SW, how you doing? Fucking hell, Verstappen, you made me lose a position. Whoa! What was that about? He made me lose a position there. Shit. Totally forgot that we gotta go around here. What you got to remember as well, which you seem to, or I seem to forget, is the car's full of fuel right now.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it. Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Fucking big locker.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
Don't know how long I'll be able to hold this racing point off for. They've got a fast car.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. nudging the car ahead by around 5/10 a lap.
So as we end this lap, just going to have a mid-session save and a recap. So not a bad start. Well, it was when we decided to get our wing stolen from us. But apart from that, it was a decent start. We didn't lose too many positions. Being pressured by this racing point behind me, as you can clearly tell, making a mistake here and there. But within all that, we're also catching the Red Bull in front of us. So, you know, it's swinging in roundabouts. Let's have a look in chat, how we all getting on. How long did it take you to not use the race line? Oh, I misinterpreted that question then. Do you know how I interpreted it? I thought you were asking why, basically, why am I not using, not as the assist, but you know, the actual racing line that you drive on. You know, why am I not using it? And I'm like, I am using the racing line, but you mean the actual visual racing line. How long did it take you? How long did it take me to get used to it? Or I'm confused. How long did it take you to not use it? So how long did I use it for, do you mean, before I turned it off? Turn the race line off straight away, otherwise you'll focus on the braking line and not the braking points. Making the switch in the morning. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so my regular viewers will know what I'm about to say here. I say it every time. Racing line. This goes with all assists. Assists in the long run they actually hinder your driving, right? I don't mean like slower lap times. I mean your just overall driving, they just hinders it. Now, if you're a casual gamer and you just want to pick up the game and have a race here and there after work, you know, to chill out, fair enough. You know, no one wants to learn to drive properly like I'm doing right now. It's a lot of time to drive. It takes a lot of many hours of practice to drive like that. But for the casual gamer, yeah, it's fine. But if you do want to take it semi-seriously and drive without the assists like this, for example, the racing line, when you have it turned on, your eyes are focused on it, aren't they? Let's be honest. Even if you only have the corner line on, you're when you're coming up to the corner, you are looking at that racing line. Now, what that is doing in the long run is not only making you used to look in at the middle of the track, which is the last place you want to look going around the corner. You do not want to look in the middle of the track going around the corner. You want to be eyes fixed right on the midpoint of the apex. And 9 times out of 10, on most apexes, you want to just clip it as you go round, which is where the phrase "clip the apex" comes from. So when you have the racing line on, when you have the racing line off, for example, this next turn, I'm using a red board at the side of the track to brake. At the moment, because I've got a car full of fuel, I will take that a bit further when the car's later on in the race. But right now, I'm using. I'll tell you. I'll say something as I come up to it. But it's a red little board, and it's just where the curb starts. That's when I start putting my foot on the brake. So when you've got the racing line on, you're not looking at stuff like that. It's not actually helping you get used to a track. Someone argued to me, yeah, but I have the racing line on for 20 laps, then I'll turn it off. But for those 20 laps, you're not actually finding the proper braking points. You're just staring at the racing line. You're not looking at the board, or you're not looking at some steward's hut at the side of the track, which is a braking point I use at Hungary and stuff like that. So in the long run, it will hinder you, because when you turn it off, you've been so used to it, you just don't know what to look at. And it takes your eyes off the apex as well, which probably is which could be a bigger argument for the fact of not looking for the real brake markers at the side of the track. You know those boards that you see all around the track, 150, 150? They're not actually there for fun. They're not just there to tell you information. They're actually braking markers. People think they're just there to tell you how far away to the corner. They were actually first ever placed on racing tracks as braking markers. Believe it or not. Which year are you playing? I'm in season 2 at the moment, so it's technically 2020 right now. But this is the end of season 2, so I'm about to go into 2021. Which will be interesting. Right, let's resume. So, there, that board. See how I start braking? And it's just perfect to get the exit. I want to pause it and show you. So, and the racing line on the straight, it just comes to you naturally. Like, for example, exiting this corner we've just come out of, right? Do we want to stay on this side of the track? Do we? No, we do not. Why? Because there's a left-hander coming up. So, staying on this side of the track will be slow, going around the left-hander. So, when you exit this corner, your aim is now to get to the right-hand side of the track. Hence why the racing line is now diagonally through the straight, as the Red Bull and myself are doing. So, as we go forward, now we arrive at the right-hand side of the track, ready for the left-hander. Now, there's the 150 board stuck to the Etihad sign. They're usually white, but here they're red because there's white on the sign. So that is not where I brake. That's way too early. You might brake there in a GT3 car, but not an F1 car. My actual braking zone, this is for the race, not qualifying. For the race is here, there. See at the 100? There, and brake. And brake. See how dead on I get it? And brake. And for qualifying, because you've only got a couple of laps of fuel and your car's really light, my braking point is exactly halfway between 150. So it will be here, and then I'll start braking. Later on in the race, this braking zone will move up to about here later on in the race. But it won't get as far as qualifying, because otherwise it will just go wide. I hope this is helping people, otherwise just tell me and I won't baffle on like that. Whoa! Okay, so the next braking zone, clearly, Red Bull decided, he must have a problem with his car, surely. There's no way he would need to brake that early. He must have a broken wing or something. There's no way Red Bull would brake that early, otherwise I would have never gone into the back of him. So now I need here to brake early to warrant whatever's wrong with this Red Bull here. Problem braking early, as you saw there, you actually lose your downforce as you go slower. Now this is real awkward. He's really disturbing me, this Red Bull. Making me fuck up. Just no excuse, but I'm using that as an excuse, so... Why is he so slow, though?
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I totally forgot I had the engine turned up.
Back by about 3/10 a lap.
He's braking really early there at that turn. I'm going to have him here. Into overtake. Through the DRS. And to the right. Oh, now he's all right. Now the Red Bull is all of a sudden all right. Now we're wheel to wheel. But I have the DRS, so I should start creeping ahead here. Okay, Verstappen. You're asking for it now, aren't you? I'm sure this is good for the viewers, but for me, I'd just like to get past you. Why'd you brake so early there? It's so confusing.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Traction that AI get out of there is crazy.
Expect these tyres to be good for a while yet. Just be careful with them in the high-speed corners. our teammate by 9.8 seconds.
Easy. Crazy shit, man. I caught up with this Red Bull, like, no, wait, that would make sense. I was in rich mode, wasn't I? I totally forgot I was in rich mode. That would make sense why I've been catching up. So he hasn't actually got a problem. He just brakes really early on that turn. I don't know. If only someone would make a video on that stuff. Are you hinting something, Chisel? What about turns without breaking point markers? Now, it would have to be a pretty plain track to have no markers. I mean, like I said, at Hungary for one of the turns, I use there's a steward hut where the stewards sit in a little hut where they wave the flag out of. I use that. One of the tracks I actually use a dark patch in the road, which is the last turn at USA Circuit of the Americas. There's actually, before the last sharp left-hander onto the start-finish straight, there's a big black mark across the road. Literally like someone's painted it across and then rubbed it out a little bit, but it's still faintly there. I literally, as soon as I hit that dark patch of road, I start whacking my brake on, and it always seems to be the perfect braking zone. And depending on qualifying, tyres, etc., I'll either brake just before the black bit in the road or just after it. For example, when I'm on a hot lap qualifying with fresh tyres. But there's always something. If there's no brake markers, I can't think of where there isn't something. Even Spa, there's no brake markers at Spa on the last turn, which is obviously very hard last turn. But there's always, like, even if it's a patch of grass starting or ending, for example, Italy, right? The last turn going into the Parabolica, the braking zone is actually after all the signs. So there's no markers no more. But for some reason, on the left-hand side of the track, they've got a piece of AstroTurf. They've got all the normal grass, and then there's a random piece of rectangle AstroTurf. That's my braking zone for the Parabolica. It doesn't always have to be the 150, 150 signs. Many a times I'll use something completely different, like I said, like a little dark patch in the road, or a steward's hut, or just anything. It could be absolutely anything that you use personally that helps you brake. When you go to brake, just look around at what's around, and then start braking at that zone, and then think, is this too early or too late? Why not go for a race at points by time? Oh, why am I reading that? Look for anything that could be helpful, like a lamppost or steward. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean like the last 4 turns you did. Oh yeah, okay. But those last 4. All right. Where are we at the moment on the track? Oh, we're miles away. When I go through those turns, I'll pause it for you, go into the replay, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Fuck's sake, Verstappen. Really losing me time to this fucking racing point here. Who's going to have me now? Why is he is slow through the corners, isn't he? Or is it just me? Ah! Too wide. Okay, not the perfect example, but I'll show you anyway. So here, my braking zone is literally the start of the curb. Start of the curb, shift to 5, brakes and turn right. So, brake. See that? See how the car shoots forward because I'm pressing the brakes as the curb starts? Brake. Next corner is see that white line across the road? See it that way across the road? And then see the start of the curb there? It's exactly between that and that. So, brake. But I went wide, but you get the idea. Here is brake. Right at that red sign. But now my tyres are getting worn, so I have to be a little bit careful. I actually do not want to be close to that Red Bull no more, because he's just slowing me down. But at the same time, I can't get past the fucker. Right, so I know which turns you're on about. So this next one, which is really, really hard, you can't actually, if you usually when you come up to turn right, you're on the accelerator and you brake, you intermittently brake. There's no you don't coast. You're not saving fuel, are you? It's just off and onto the brakes like that, right? If you do that in this next corner, you will spin because you're on an angle. You're still turning. You get me? So to mitigate that, what you have to do is see where the Red Bull is now, right? See the corner of the track, the apex on the right next to him. When you get to that, you want to start coasting, right? And as you come to straighten up slightly, that's when you want to get on the brakes. If you do brake like it was a normal corner, you spin out because it's too much of an angle as you're coming in. So if you watch, I actually come off the accelerator on by that curb, then I'll coast for a little bit and then I'll brake. Coast and brake. Can't do slow motion, it's really annoying. So here now, coast. See how there's no engine noise because I'm coasting, and then brake here as you straighten. See, this is where you're straight here, but because you've coasted since here, you've knocked off enough speed to be able to make this turn. So I'll show you it in just without stopping, and you listen closely to when I get to that curb. I'll coast, and then you'll see the brakes are applied as the car is straightened up. This next one, there isn't actually, you don't need to use any markers. It's simply go out to the right where the Red Bull is now, and just simply turn left. As soon as you can. As soon as you're out to the wide, turn left. There's no markers to use or anything. I fucked this one up, but you get the idea. So get out as wide as you can, and then start turning left. I went wide. You want to actually hit that apex there. I went wide. This next one, It again is basically, I don't use any markers. I simply just accelerate a tiny bit, then I'm already braking to turn left. See that? There is literally no markers to use. You accelerate a bit and then brake and left you go. Is that making any sense now? Or no? Wide again there. Really got to make sure.
Window, you'll be on the softs.
These tyres are very warm right now. Don't have DRS. Shit. How the fuck did you brake that late and survive, eh? He's gonna... Whoa, both of them are attacking. Fuck! Fuck! Help! Am I gonna come out of this ahead? I have. So, here, coast, brake. Here, out wide, brake, left. Try and hit that if you can. Brake, left again, try and hit that apex as well, without these pressuring you from behind.
Gap to car in front is 9.9 seconds.
But look, I've got even no brake grip going that slow. He's definitely going to have me here. I cannot hold him up no more. I've got to let him go. I just hope that I get a DRS out of this. Yeah. Out to the wide. There, round there, coast and brake. Out wide, brake, hit the apex, skid a little bit, hit the apex, and we're gone. And I would really like some new tyres, please.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the
Thank
best
fuck.
lap you can. Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
think Signs might have me here now.
Box now, please. Box this lap. The car ahead has come in to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
Thank fuck for that. Thanks for following, Bruno Lima. Oh, nice fresh tyres.
Go now.
Might be better explaining all this when I have fresh tyres rather than fucking warm ones.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, the tyres are beautiful. Why have I not got DRS?
You're in P13. The gap to the car behind is 3.4 seconds. Nice move. Good job. Gap to teammate ahead is 13.6 seconds. information on Butler. They seem to have an issue.
Ah, nice.
We need to catch up with the car ahead. The gap is around 5 seconds. Nico is in for his stop.
What the fuck? He just hit me. Jesus Christ.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Fuck. They hit me fucking twice. How long am I going to hold Vettel up for? Not fucking very long by the looks of it.
You've lost some time to the car behind. Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
Shh.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
What?
Okay, copy that. for teammate behind is 10.8 seconds.
Got the other Ferrari coming now. Look how quick he's coming at me. Oh, you fuck. Cheeky little bitch. Why would you do that through there?
Okay, gap ahead is 2.6 seconds. Car ahead is a second a lap faster than you. is 1.7 seconds. Caution, caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag.
Well, that's unfair. How the fuck did I have to keep a delta, yet he can come right up behind me? That's really fair, that is, isn't it? That makes perfect sense.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. this lap, push now. Pit now.
Oh. Oh.
Go. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Whew. Let's go.
Butler is in the pits. The gap behind us is 3.5 seconds.
Damn it. Fucking. That's what you get from the dirt, yeah. But, whoa, I've been continuous. That was my first lapse of concentration. Always quite proud of myself. Oh, I tell you what, this track is an absolute killer on the arms. Right, guys, I'm just gonna grab another drink as I've run out. Be right back. was it? I think it was Jizzle who mentioned about doing a video on that assist thing. What was I going to say? Yeah, I do actually want to do one. Question is, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know what to talk about. I mean, I struggle to get my words out sometimes, as you know, when I'm trying to explain stuff, but it eventually comes out. Um, but I don't know what to. it- Yeah, I don't know what to show as a video in the background. I mean, I have no idea. Do I just put one of my races on in the background or something? Maybe, I don't know. It's up to 100 now, cats. My AI, we started on 90, then moved up to 93, then 95, then 98, and now on 100 AI difficulty. So it's nice and tough, just how I like it. That didn't sound rude at all. Ooh. Look how much difference fresh tyres makes. I'm 6/10 up. Second up already, it's crazy.
The car ahead is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
Coming after you, Butler. Coming after you.
trailing our teammate by 9.9 seconds.
Sainz hasn't got. Oh my god, have I just made that? Oh my god, that needs a replay. Did you just see that? What the fuck? That was amazing, man. I gotta see a replay of that shit. No, come on, angle, camera angle. Really? Really? We got to see shit. Look, could you have had a worse camera angle that whole time? Honestly. Try this one. That's better. That's better. Oh, wow. One more, one more, one more. Or one more. Cockpit of the Red Bull. Oh, look at that. Gave him plenty of room, didn't I? I gave him plenty of room. What do you guys think? That was a completely well done, fair overtake. Times 2. We took 2 down in that. Yeah, I used Karting Sniper. I used the Logitech G29. And thank you for the follow, Karting Sniper. Right. Oh my god.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds. is in the pits. Our gap to the car in front is 5.6 seconds. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap. Gap ahead is 3.4 seconds. This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance. We're leading our teammate by 8.2 seconds. Gap to car in front is 3.6 seconds. What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Oh God. Oh, I'm not good with pressure, and this Red Bull is pressuring me. Right, this is the perfect time to have a couple of minutes, a vape, and a drink. Oh, I'll be honest with you. With Abu Dhabi, I really thought I'd be probably having to rewind every single lap, but this is literally only the second one, the whole race. Good. Oh, my arms are aching like mad right now. I'm looking for a wheel. Would you recommend it for a starter? I would like to start playing no assists. First of all, big respect to wanting to play no assists. Time that is said or attempted, it 100% has my respect, because it's not easy and it is hard to learn, right? But very rewarding once you do. Extremely rewarding once you learn. What wheel would you recommend? Well, if you're just getting into it and starting out, then this one, the Logitech G29, or the Thrustmaster T300 RS. Really depends on availability in your area, price, or which one you prefer the look of at that point. P9 is real position right now. Where are we right now? P8. Hopefully we can keep P8, but the Red Bull behind me. I'm trying to keep him out of DRS range. It's working so far, but as you can see, the tyres are starting to wear, and I'm pushing them quite hard, and it's not the cleverest of ideas. I was just like, how is he still on Abu Dhabi, but didn't realise that you're playing 55 laps. Of course, Toxic Ultras, 100% distance, nothing else for me. I'm a pure simulation guy, and anything under 100% distance is not simulation. uh, but at the end of this race, it is the end of the season, so we have got some things to look forward to in this stream, as in the car performance charts at the beginning of season 3. Where will we be? Who knows? It's catching up a bit. I'm not happy about it. No, I'm on PC.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
His tyres are starting to get pretty bad now. Don't know if I can hold that Red Bull off. Probably not worth the fight.
Is 4.6 seconds.
Well, that was nice. The game just fucking froze for a split second and fucked my corner up. Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Well, that Red Bull's always going to have me anyway. What I can do about him.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Fucking Nico's catching us.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I think Nico's going to overtake us very soon. He is on soft side, so that would make sense. It'd be the first race Nico ever finish ahead of me. As you can see, I let him go. I'm a good teammate, see? After all, if he's faster than me and he's on softs, why he should chase that Red Bull?
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Pulling out a second lap on the car behind. gap to the car in front is 3.1 seconds. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. Sorry about that. I guess they can't all go to plan.
Another season over.
Go over what happened in the debrief.
Well, we got both our cars in the points. What more do you want?
Pulling their Toro Rosso into Parc Fermé, and what a fantastic race. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly
Abu
stood out to the drive
Dhabi,
with tons of confidence on the track.
Abu Dhabi
Their
is
ability to keep
done.
their cool, even during some of the more
Ah,
hectic parts
God
of the
for
race,
that.
meant they were able to capitalise
Did,
on the mistakes of other drivers.
Did Nico manage to
The
take
opportunity to make their way to
the
top
Red Bull in the
spot
end?
with ease.
I didn't see. Yes, he did, because Verstappen's 9th. So that means Nico got 8th.
Podium celebrations, and how well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. Toro Rosso are your winners here today.
My favourite track is Canada. Least favourite track is fucking Singapore.
Let's focus on the driver of the day.
Nice,
Anthony
8th.
Davidson. Who do you pick?
Sebastian Vettel would definitely be my first choice. He showed up a lot of the drivers out on the track today and didn't show any signs of slowing down.
It's another
So,
clear win for Mercedes as they
what
managed
was
to secure the
Nico's
constructors'
strategy
title.
then? Let's
An
have a look.
incredible performance for the whole team. Well,
So
that's
he
an end
went
to another fantastic weekend of
medium,
racing.
medium
Thanks to everyone
soft.
who joined us, and we'll see you for the next
Clearly
one.
it was better to end the race on the soft for him. Max went soft, medium, medium. I think it was a bad idea doing two sets of softs, if I'm honest, because they're worn down pretty quick, and I lost so much time when they were worn. Might have been better to do a soft, medium, medium, I reckon. But there you go. That's hindsight for you. Do some highlights. Can't believe it. The season is over. Another season done. What's gonna happen now? See that? He nudged me there, little fucker. Boom, and done. Not keen of Mexico either. Not keen at all. Oh, wait a minute. 31-30. We both got 30, but I won the rivalry, so I'm not moaning there. Still ahead of Nico on the other one. Points do we end up with for this race? Ooh. Oh wow, end of season bonus. Oh, look at that. Oh, 3,780 points. Completed that as well. Complete 6 practice programs. Easy. Oh, hello.
I think seeing as it's the end of the season, now is a good time to talk about your less than ideal record this year.
What?
My job is to negotiate on your behalf. But you're not
Are you
giving me much to
fucking
work with
kidding me?
here.
I finished 4th in the
Plus,
championship,
this isn't
my
exactly
dear.
doing my career any good. So I need you to shape up. For both our sakes.
Are you actually
Commiserations on that result.
you
It's been a tough
actually
year.
being serious right now? No. Are you actually being serious? Do you just... Most of the season, I've finished 5th, 4th. I've had a win. I'm 3rd, 4th, 5th, 4th, 3rd. I'm 4th in the championship. Nico is like 12th. And you turn around and say... wow. I'm actually in shock right now. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Thank you. Team goal, medium, first driver. What? No.
Our proposal has been
Oh,
accepted.
easy.
The new contract will take effect from the next race weekend.
Easy game. Right. So, look, you, I'm sorry, right? You heard what she just said. Now, for the guys that are fairly new, I'm about to show you my... Now, let me just show you this. Look at where we are at the moment. We're fourth from bottom, right? Yeah? Right? Now, just keep that in mind, okay? Then look at this, right? 226 points. 3 points off of third, right? It's basically me that's kept us fourth in the constructors with 28 points contribution from Nico, right? Okay, now watch this, right? 5th, 9th, 8th, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 6th, 1st, 7th, 11th, 3rd, 3rd, 1st, 5th, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 7th, 7th, 10th, right? Now, when your car is there, would you think that's a less than acceptable performance? She turned around and said, it's not been an acceptable performance or something this year. It's not doing me any favours or something because she's my agent. And I'm like, are you talking serious right now, or are you taking many drugs, my dear? Because that Codemaster's really, oh my god, I don't know what words to say. Can you tell? I actually don't know what words to say right now. I had an amazing season considering the car we've got. We've not got the best of cars, yet look at my results. I've performed exceptionally. I don't mind if it's a glitch, but I don't want... if they turn around and actually fired me, chucked me off, and then they kept Nico, do you know what I mean? That would piss me off. Right, let's do the fun stuff. So nothing is being affected. That's good.
I recommend we could go for something like this.
Pretty much buy everything then. Get that.
What do you think of this one?
Get whatever that is. And now we're about to move on to the third season. This is how it stands at the moment, right? Toro Rosso, look at them. They're top. Mercedes second, Ferrari third, Racing Point, Red Bull, Haas, ourselves, Williams, Renault and Alfa Romeo. Might as well race in F2 at this rate. I've been hoping to congratulate on you and hitting your targets for the last race, but I guess that's out the window. It's disappointing that we had to head into the break. Do you know what I mean? It's like we finished 10th, Nico finished 8th. It was a solid race in my eyes, I'm sorry. Just thought you should know your recent rivalry against Weber has gotten you a lot of good press. Oh yeah, thanks Emma. Right, is there anything else I need to do before advance to the next season? Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? Season 2 results. Literally one race. One race I didn't finish in the points at Germany. Literally one race. And the rest are all in the points. Absolutely crazy. Australia. Ah, a track that I like for once.
Alrighty then. Another year, another championship. I hope you're well rested. Well, as much as you can be for someone who has to spend half their life in the gym anyway.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to it.
Oh look, they both completed as well. Oh my god, look at the weather for the race. Praise the almighty Lord. Max Verstappen is moving to Toro Rosso. Kvyat has been signed to Red Bull, replacing Verstappen. Albon is moving to Haas. Magnussen has been let go. Do you know that makes sense? Do you know that makes sense? Because Verstappen is now in the best car. Yeah? And then Albon goes to Haas. Verstappen is moving to Toro Rosso. He replaces Albon. Kvyat gets signed into Red Bull, placing Verstappen. Yeah, but Toro Rosso have the best car, so that kind of makes sense. Oh my god, we're even worse than before. We're now the third worst team. What more do I honestly have to do, game? What more do I honestly have to do? Oh god.